YouTube, let's get straight into it. I'm starting off the workout with 15 minutes on the jump rope. I like this as a warm up because number one, it's going to get your blood flow going, it's going to get your heart rate up, and that's going to prime you for these more specific warm up movements. So here you see me doing a bandage shoulder distraction. What this is going to do is for those of you who have rotator cuff pain, that's going to help open up your rotator cuffs better than just a standard stretch because you're getting that band distraction. Same thing with this shoulder extension distraction there. That's also going to open up my shoulder extension, which is extremely important for doing dips or doing push-ups. So you want to get into, and you see me doing the scapular depressions here, you want to get into some specific warm-up movements that are going to translate to your body weight. Because a big thing with a lot of people, and something that's happened to me recently, is I kind of flared up my shoulder. I never really have any shoulder issues. But when you start doing a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, and body weight movements, people have the tendency to fuck up their shoulders. So I know you guys have been asking for the mobility stuff. Trust me, I'll get more into that later. I'll get into a whole video on back pain, but I just wanted to give you guys that brief warm-up. So we're getting straight into the workout here. Starting off with 4 sets of pull-ups. I'm doing 1 rep short of failure. So with your body weight training, people think, oh, it's body weight, so I just gotta go as hard as possible, and that couldn't be further from the truth. You wanna go hard, but you wanna leave a little bit in the tank, and that's what you see me doing here. Every single set, I'm leaving 1 rep in the tank. So I'm also using an extremely slow tempo. Here you see me getting into the dips, 4 sets, 1 rep short of failure. Using an extremely slow tempo. The big thing a lot of people do when they do their body weight is they bounce around. And if you know anything about that, when you're going too fast, you're using momentum, you're not going to build muscle as effectively, you're going to create joint issues. And that's why people run away from body weight training, when in actuality, it's going to be just as, if not more effective than a lot of the weight training a lot of you guys are doing. So 4 sets of the dips here, again, using that super slow tempo, 5 seconds on the negative, and then exploding up as fast as possible. That's also going to help you with your explosiveness. And then I supersetted that with 3 plyometric push-ups and 3 banded plyometric push-ups. And if you follow my channel, you know that this is the exact same workout I actually posted in my last video. And so the reason for that is you want to keep your workouts consistent. You want to have a slight progression either in weight or in reps. Since we're doing body weight, you got to do reps unless you're adding weight to it. But you got to have a slight progression each week, which means you want to keep the exercises consistent. Now, Finn, what are the best exercises? The exercise choice is not nearly as important. Everybody gets enamored with, what exercise should I be doing? I got to switch it up all the time. No, you don't. Stick with the fucking basics. I've been doing this for 11 years. Stick with the basics and track your progress. You know, go 1 rep short of failure, go 2 reps short of failure. Have that progression and track your progress.
Why would you want to even do body weight training? Well, compared to the weights, this is going to activate your core a lot more. So if you care anything about longevity, if you care anything about athleticism, you want to work your core a lot more. A lot of people that go to the gym, they lift weights, they have weak cores. And so that's why you see people, when you can't activate your core, you can't you can't do basic things like run properly. You can't squat properly. You can't pick up shit properly. And on top of that, you're not able to use the rest of your body as efficiently. When you can activate your core, it makes everything more stable. And what do we know about more stability? More stability is going to produce more force. When you're more stable, when you have more stability, your body does not hold itself back. I'm going to give you a piece of advice here. When your body is not stable, whether you have an injury, whether you have a lack of core strength, or you just have some sort of imbalance, your body actually stops itself from producing as much muscle and producing as much force because it doesn't want to hurt itself. So when you come out here and when you train your body, you're working in these less stable patterns like in the dip that force you to activate your core. it's gonna make you more stable throughout time. On top of that, you're just gonna be better at moving your own body weight. So enough of the fucking rant. Let me get back to my set.
Here you see me doing my last set of dips. You don't need a ton of volume. You don't need a ton of exercises. I know that when people do push-ups and pull-ups, they think that they need to do a shit ton of reps. But the truth is, when you're slowing your tempo down like this and you're really focusing on each rep, you're gonna create a lot of fucking fatigue in your body. And you don't need nearly as much volume. You don't need nearly as much sets as you think you might otherwise need. You just need to slow it down, focus on the form, focus on the contraction, and actually push yourself hard on each set. That doesn't mean complete failure, but pushing yourself hard. So you see, I just did two main workouts, or two main exercises rather, the pull-ups and the dips. The rest of everything here is pretty much accessory work, meaning it's just icing on the cake. So for me, the third exercise is these pike push-ups, just to get a vertical press, just to work my shoulders. Again, I'm leaving one rep in the tank. I'm not going completely to failure, and I'm still using that slow tempo. And then the final exercise was just these hanging leg raises. Doing it with a really slow tempo. Make sure to get a full range of motion. This is gonna smoke your lower abs. And once again, the exercise choice does not matter. Guys, don't try and overcomplicate your workouts. It's all about programming and your attention to detail. How well do you track your progress? How consistent are you? How good is your sleep? How good is your nutrition? These are the things that are going to drive progress that nobody likes to talk about. All your favorite influencers want to talk about, do this workout, do these exercises. It does not fucking matter, guys. Keep it consistent, stick with the basics, and you will see results. And don't listen to what anybody else has to fucking say.